Hello! The ICT subject comes to an end, and there are many things we have learned during these months. I'm going to tell you my journey through ICT. Despite being the end, I would like to remind you that you can still know more about my experience in bilingual education and ICT on my Twitter account and on my blog. But now it's time to review all what I have achieved. The first challenge we were asked to do was called First Things First, in which I developed the following task. First, I had to update our profile in the university Moodle to let other peers know more about me. The second task was about creating a 3-2-1 introduction, presenting myself in a briefing but engaging way. I discovered an excellent tool, Powtoon, which I think it could be very useful to create beautiful videos for my future classes. This was a task I enjoyed a lot, since I liked the outcome I got. Thirdly, I had to define my PLE and my PLN. I had no idea about these terms before doing this task, but now I believe that bearing in mind our personal learning environments and networks are especially essential for us as teachers. I created with easily.ly, a great tool to create posters. Then we were asked to create a Twitter account. However, I had already one, so I used it to spread the word about my learning process in ICT and CLEL. The last task in this challenge was to create a blog to disseminate all the contents we were learning through the subject, making a deep reflection on the tools and the experience we lived. At the beginning, it was a bit difficult to deeply reflect on all these aspects, but I think I've been improving my posts. The next challenge was called Search, Filter, Analyze and Curate. Here, I learned how to curate contents and select them. Besides, I learned the importance of free licensed images and archives that they use Creative Commons. A good idea to define your type of free license. Afterwards, some of the contents I curate were uploaded to an open board in Pinterest, which is a fantastic tool to also be introduced in our classrooms. And using Symbaloo, I reunited all the pages to create a personal board with all my important educational pages. Then we have to do this challenge, and it was called Evaluate and Prototype a CLEL e-project. In this sense, the first thing I had to do was to evaluate an e-project a peer did last year, following a given rubric. In my opinion, he did a fantastic job. Moreover, I had to create my own prototype of a CLEL e-project, so I had to define my outcomes, methodology, and assessment. Although the principal task was to create a video in which I showed all these didactic aspects. After doing my prototype, we were grouped in teams. Since my topic was about body, I was included in the body topic because my teammates did their CLEL project about the same topic. The first activity was to create an infographic with picture chart to show the main task of our e-project, which consisted in doing a poster with Canva tool. Our infographic was published in a great collaborative project called Infoedugrafías. The next step was to plan and create a video. In order to make our planning, we used a storyboard and we put it into practice, recording a video that was edited with Windows Media Maker. This video was uploaded to the SL Times blog. The last step consisted in creating a tutorial about the Canva tool for our students, since they need to have defined the steps to use the tool. This tutorial was included in the Aportex collaborative project. Moreover, we participated in an online talk where I was the speaker of my group. It was a great experience that I enjoyed a lot. The following task was to create a trigger images using Orasma to celebrate the World Book Day. If you download the Orasma app on your mobile phone, you will be able to see a hidden video. Using Orasma in classroom should be a great experience for our students because they can learn in a more visual way at the same time they have fun learning. Afterwards, I uploaded my trigger image on a Pinterest collaborative wall where we can see all our creations. And we get to the final challenge, called assessment. As the name says, the task was to create an assessment criteria using rubrics. I decided to use the Quick Rubric tool since it is very simple to use. The aim was to create an assessment criteria to evaluate the e-projects we did in our groups in Talent 3. Finally, I'd like to talk about my favorite task and tool. My favorite task was to work with my fantastic group in teams, creating our beautiful Clear e-project about body and senses. They were excellent peers and I learned a lot from them. Also, my favorite tool was one that I use in the team group, and it is Pictochart. I think it is quite useful to be included in our lessons to show the concepts in a visual way, as well as students can create infographics and posters, fostering the active learning. I want to finish with one idea that changed my perspective in CLEL. It was the use of scaffolding, which means that teachers should provide students with enough information in order to encourage them to work actively on the task and, consequently, reflecting on their learning. Now, it is time to say goodbye. I believe I've learned a lot in this subject, and I'm sure I will apply these resources in my future teaching practice. That is the end of my journey, and maybe a new one is about to start. Bye!